great that all of you showed up here tonight. That's awesome. So a little bit about me. So I was recently treated for anxiety because I really hate it when people call me out and make me the center of attention. Does anybody else hate that? Come on, put your hand up. Don't leave me up here alone. Thank you. I feel so much less alone. So I grew up in Montreal. I live here now. Has anyone noticed that when you go from Ontario to Quebec, something happens to the roadway? And it gets really difficult to drive? I notice that all the time. I have to make two decisions. One, do I take Dramamine before I go to visit family in Quebec? Two things happen to me, sorry. One, I take Dramamine. The other one, I'm white knuckling it while I'm trying not to bite my tongue, cursing in Blue Street. Not the goalies! But yeah, I grew up in Montreal. I was adopted into a white, English family. One of my first memories of this family was going to the local pool for the first time with my new brothers and sisters. 3 brothers, 1 sister. That was the first time at the pool for me at all. So we end up on deck. The 2 younger ones go to the kiddie pool. The 2 older ones go off to the big pool. I'm left standing there. I go, oh, well, I'll go over to the big pool. So I go over to the deep end, stand on the edge, right to the bottom, because I can't swim. That's right. So I'm down at the bottom of the pool. Okay. Well, fuck, how does this work? All of a sudden, my oldest brother, new brother, is right beside me. Grabs me, pulls me out of the pool. Now, I've thought about this a couple of times, and I thought, what the hell was going through their minds? They bring this little black kid to the pool, turn their back, she's in the fucking pool. So they're standing beside each other. Do you think she can swim? Well, I know she can't float. You gonna go get her? Nah. That's fucking deep. Yeah, I guess I'll go get her. Jumped in. But the other thing I thought about, what would they have said to my new white mummy? So they go in, they go home. Yeah, Ma, remember that black kid we adopted last week? The same black kid we just took swimming? Mom, do you know that black kids don't swim? And they don't float. Yeah, that would have been interesting. But everything turned out fine. That's fine. Now the N-word. I gotta bring it up. Come on. I heard the N-word when I was a kid. I heard it a lot. Shit, they were calling my white brother a nigger, so I heard it all the time. But I always thought the use of the word nigger was really fucking lazy. Lazy! Like, if that's the worst you can come up with to call me, you're just lazy. Why can't you be more creative? So one day, I was on the bus, and I was bragging about how I'm gonna go and apply for a modeling gig for a magazine, and some little shit at the back of the bus goes, "What magazine? National Geographic?" Now that shit was funny. Okay? I was okay with that. Hated the fucking kid, but that shit was funny. That shit was funny. Before I lived in Ottawa, I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia, the city too busy to hate. That was an actual slogan. Too busy to hate. But I had done most of my traveling in Canada, and I don't know if y'all noticed this, but whenever I visited a new city, I noticed that all the colored people in that city seemed to work at the airport. Because I never saw them outside of the airport. All the colored folk work at the airport, but the rest of the city seemed quite white. Then I get to Jackson Hartfield Airport for the very first time, and I noticed that all the black folk work at the airport. Made sense to me. It's been my experience. So I turn around with my girlfriend and I said, do all the black folk work at the airport? She says, I'm from Canada, so I know why you asked me that. But no, this is the ATL. Everybody, everywhere, is colored, even the white folk. True story. Now, since I've been living in Ottawa, I have found it a bit difficult on the dating scene. I gotta be honest with you guys. I went to a singles dance for a New Year's dance. Presumably everybody there was single. That's why they were at a singles dance for New Year's. They couldn't get a date, right? So it makes sense that you would think that men would ask ladies to dance. Like that would just be the natural course of events. No one was asking any of the women to dance. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I wanna dance! Je comprends pas. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Fuck it, I took it into my own hands and danced with 20 women that night. Yeah. I had an Oprah moment this weekend while doing the laundry. Had to be selected. So it was kind of like, you get to get washed. And you get to get washed. And you get to get washed. And you get to go to Goodwill. Well, that's it for me. This has been a bucket list thing for me. So I appreciate all of you guys being here. I'm not quite done. The reason this was so important to be on my bucket list is because I'm having it recorded. So when my body fails and my mind goes, I can have this video to remind me just how fucking fun my life was. Thank you.